Aloha. Mahalo. Maliki maka is the thing to say. Aloha, everybody, and mahalo. And where everybody is right now, I hope everybody's doing well in paradise. I'm feeling good. What's up, Food Podcast with Rodrigo Torres right here, looking like Hawaiian Punch.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Food? Lisa Esparza right here, chilling.
Hi.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? We're back, man. Mahalo. We were in Hawaii, man. Excuse my voice. I'm a little stuffy right now. My nose is stuffed up. My nose feels like I did like a 8-ball in each nose. And it's stuffy right now, man. It's like it feels like you did a bunch of blow in your nose, but then you can't find no water to rinse it all out.
Do you rinse it out?
Yeah, you do that sometimes. You know, like you do. Sometimes you like when you do a big ass line, not all of it goes down right away. So you gotta get a bit of water and help it go down.
So you like drink through your nose. You drink water through your nose to wash down the coke.
Yes.
That's stuck in.
We also get it out of there so you don't cut into your little membranes in your nose, dog.
Yeah.
Gross. Never. I'll never do that. Ugh.
Tools of the trade, eh?
Ugh.
Tools of the trade, bro.
That's how you feel like you're a better cokehead than the next guy. Hey, bro, I water my shit down, bro. I still do. I remember hanging out with guys that say, I still do everything I normally do, bro. You know, like I still go jogging, bro. I still eat right, you know. It's just that I do coke every once in a while, bro.
It's funny. Somebody should invent the neta pot. You know the neti pot? The neti pot for irrigating your nose when you have a cold? It's called a neti pot. You can run water through one nostril and it comes out the other when you're clogged up.
I never,
You
you know
use
what's
that
funny?
for cocaine, the other one neta pot.
That neti pot, you ever done that?
I have one at
Never.
home. I have one at home.
Well,
You thought I was crazy for years.
I thought it was crazy the first time
I'll
she
show it to you.
like if you if you have sinus problems or anything like that, they sell, if you go look for it, they have it at Save-Ons, a neti pot.
It's a nasal irrigator.
It comes like a little teapot, bro, but it's all for your nose. You just pour the whatever it's in there inside your nose.
It's like a saline solution, so it doesn't burn. And then you just run it through one nostril and it comes out the other, and it clears your sinuses without any medication or anything like that.
Yeah, that's some Paula Dean shit, huh?
No. Paula Deen.
Old white lady fucking little tricks.
No,
That's
it's
that's a recipe from Little House on the Prairie.
The Michael Landon special here.
Paul,
Makes sense, though.
Paul.
it works.
A nasal decongestion.
I didn't think of it then, but now that I think about it, I was like, I didn't want to put that shit in my nose, bro. But I was okay to put water through coke in my nose.
I know,
Fucking water that comes out of a dirty sink.
huh? Damn. Smell like pipes.
What's up, fool, man? We were in Hawaii, man. We did it was crazy, man. We flew in on Hawaiian Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
Comfortable seats. And Rodrigo Torres, cheap ass, snuck in like around 5,000 bottles of alcohol.
Just two.
It was a big ass bottle. Was that bottle of Jack Daniel you had? They give that to us somewhere?
No.
You bought it?
I brought it at Bevmo before we left.
Oh, okay. Because, man. So, what was it like, man, traveling with your lady for the first time in Hawaii?
It was cool, man. It was fucking awesome. Had fun, dude. Just loved all the love from Hilo, dog, that we got as soon as we got there, dog. That was another version of hospitality. But it was cool, man. Chilling with the lady, dog. It was normal. It was like nothing like being at home, dog. Except you're in Hawaii.
When we got to Honolulu, we went to, we just put our stuff away and we went to go eat food. And it was nice already. You could just feel it. We got laid. They put lays on us. It was cool, man. I never had that done before at the airport. The first time I went to Hawaii, it was like bad, man. They were paying me $350 to do one night, and then $350 to do Tacoma. So it was $700 for both shows. Back then, you could smoke. You could smoke in the airports. So everybody was leaving. I was waiting for somebody to lay me. Then there was a black dude with yellow teeth. And then that fool was smoking a Newport inside the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And he does, yo, man, you Felipe? I said, yeah. Well, let's go.
He was your driver?
Yeah.
No lay for you.
He turned that cigarette off. Old school, bro. He put that on the floor to the airport and stepped on it and turned it off.
That was it?
Yeah. But it was fun. I saw a lot of things. I saw mostly like the outside of the hotel. I went to the beach. I went inside the water. It was blue. I went to Duke's. Had a nice buffet. I'll never forget it. And but this time was cool because we as soon as we got the next day we had to go do press. Well, I had to go do press. I think I got up early in the morning. Every day I was there. So I went to go do press with Paul Rodriguez.
Hey.
And that shit was fun. And I got to meet the comedian Sarah Contreras, who was funny. And we took a flight to Hilo, everybody. Hilo. It was like a 1 hour flight, I think.
Total, though, from being in the airport and to the other side? Only, what, 35 minutes in the air?
I don't know, man. I fell asleep. I passed out. Little tiny seats, huh?
Hell yeah. And that one? That was a smaller plane?
Rodrigo, you said that the flight went all the way up, right?
He shot up
I fell
quick.
asleep, dude.
Madly steep.
Like a rocket?
Yeah, man. Kind of like Tucson version.
So we get there, man, and that guy asked us, he goes, "What's up, bruh? You guys want to go eat or do you guys want to go smoke?" And I said, "Wow, you could do both, bro." So this guy takes us to his shop, and he owns what's the name of the place?
Smoke shop. Erie, Hawaii?
Erie, Hawaii.
Irie,
Hawaii. Irie, Hawaii. And he gave us merch. Aloha, Irie. He took us to his house, and man, I didn't know that Hawaiians were dabbing before everybody. First of all, it was super green over there. There was no tall buildings. It was all old school. It looked like Japan. Like when you see those old photos of Godzilla smashing the towns.
Yeah, those old little buildings. But everything was covered in green, huh? And then
Yes.
the buildings, you see them like rises up, dude. Like at that first pad, it was like a forest in the backyard, dog.
And it started raining and it stopped.
Yeah, man. But then that fool took us to his shop. They got us a new bong, a new stem.
Yeah, man, they got a whole new gear for like a brand new glass, a brand new everything. And then this fool shows up. Shout out to Jose.
Jonah. Oh yeah, and Jose. Jose's the other fool.
Jonah. These fools were like Filipinos.
No, they were native Hawaiians. I mean, I don't know what their heritage was. They both said
Jose-
3-4 generation.
3-4 generations living in Hawaii as
Yeah,
Filipinos. So they're Hawaiians now, bro.
Yeah, man.
Those fools had their grown shit, huh?
Dude, it was the two types of bud, dude. That was cool that he was rolling up and puffing, and that fool wasn't even dabbing, dog. He was glopping, dog.
They were hooking it up, huh?
Dude, the love that we received there is like no other, dog. It's like for real. Not even no question of like, it just kept on coming, dog.
It was crazy, man.
That was a buffet, dog.
This guy kept rolling up blunts, and then like the other guy go, "Bro, one more dab."
Dude, that fool Jonah was straight. They call it slabbing, dog.
Slapping, because they don't do that. I guess in the mainland, people do dabs. Over there, they do slobs, bro.
It's
Slabs.
like microscopic over here. Over there, dude, that fool's dab was as big as your thumb, dog.
And it wasn't just any dab, bro. It was what?
Dude, it was rosin press wax, dude. That shit was like pure. You didn't taste it. Because, dude, all right, if you smoke a lot, you can tell when you get a little bit of chemical in your smoke, that was nothing, dog. That was all citrusy and pure, dog. How'd you like it?
But
What's up?
it was that stuff he said. It's not
From the rosin press?
Rosin. It was rosin press.
They straight press the whole plant
What they do
at
is
once.
they put like the whole quarter of weed or whatever you have, and they smash it with this heavy vice, heavy weights.
That's what Be Real had in his
Yeah.
studio, didn't he?
And it's all heated.
Yeah.
So all the wax, all the THC comes out of the bud.
You vaporize it basically, right?
It's all gooey and it's pure. Lisa says she's down for that kind.
Yeah, man, because it's no bubbles in it or anything.
I don't like anything with the oil, with real what do you call it? Like things that are processed with butane and that sort of stuff. And
So you
That's
don't
the
die
only
like
one.
that
but now
queen.
they're getting better. There's some more options, but
Dude,
I can't do it at all anymore. It
That's the
hurts my
cleanest
throat.
stuff I've ever puffed.
Yeah, man.
Straight up, dude.
But not only that, man, that food brought us some water.
Oh, dude, alkaline water. But I'm talking a little bowl of macadamia nuts and then cashews with like cranberries, dog. It was a shit, dog. It was like mad Hawaiian hospitality to the fullest.
What's up, fool?
What's up, dog?
We got PINetration here, bro.
Penetration.
We got penetration right here, bro.
Easy. Spit on it first, eh?
Get at him at penetration, bro.
Yeah, penetration.
People are,
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
people
What's up, brother?
People right now who don't know many people. What's this? A gay guy? Gay porn? Penetration?
Sticking you from all angles.
What's up, fool? I don't know if you guys remember, man. We used to have the little "What's up, fool" pins. I don't know about some of you guys have them.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the-
I have one.
The
It
little
was the
natural.
Felipe Esparza one.
Felipe
you with a
Esparza.
cape.
Yeah, with a cape. We got the man, the myth, the guy who made them here, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. How'd you guys link up?
We got pinned up, bro. I saw this fool in the streets.
Yeah, fool?
Yeah, man. He told me that Cristela Alonso used one of his art on the show and didn't even give him a shout out, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Snubbed you,
Well,
dog.
she wore a pin.
A pin.
Of Selena.
Frida Kahlo?
It was one of Selena,
Yeah.
and then of what's his name?
It's okay, bro. She did one of my jokes in a meme, and I didn't get a shout out either. Eh?
Yeah. So me and Felipe, we linked up. He was pitching one of his shows out in Hollywood, and then I was having lunch right there at the Veggie Grill.
That's right. The
And then-
veggie
Right there by
grill.
Cinerama,
Yeah,
across from Amoeba.
yeah. So we're at the one at the Grove.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fred Stoller area.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
when we met Bobby Bowman for the first
Yeah.
time doing the writing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we just started talking there,
Other shit
and
cracked.
that's kind of where we linked up. And then, I hit him up a few months after, wanted to make a pin of him, and yeah, that's how it started, the whole Felipe thing.
God damn, that's fucking cool, dog. And how long you been doing your stuff for?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years only?
Yeah.
It's
The pin craze started about 2.5 years ago. You know.
penetration, people, not penetration. I had it all wrong.
That's what the manager was saying,
Penetration.
fool.
Yeah. So it started about 2 years ago too. And now it's just been really like saturated with so many.
Oh,
people
yeah.
trying to make
Everybody
pins.
has pins
I know
now.
I'm seeing more pins now.
Yeah.
It's a ripoff.
So, but I think for the most part, when I started, I played in a band for 14 years. I was like in a punk rock.
You started with button pins?
Yeah.
All right.
So I've always been into that style of pin, and then one of my buddies kind of linked me to the enamel pin scene, and was looking for a Cantinflas pin, and
You
couldn't
couldn't
find
find
one
it?
anywhere. So my buddies was just like, man, you should just do your own pins, you know. So that's kind of where it all started, you know. That was the root of the whole thing. The first things I made things that I actually was into, and then I realized that there was nothing for the raza, you know.
Absent, huh?
Yeah, there's
That's
nothing that.
that's how I feel, bro, when I go to Disneyland, man, and I don't find Chuyito.
It's me, dog.
Like, when I was a little kid, we would go with my father and my mom and dad. People always talk about, like, we will go, like, you went 1,000 times.
That one time we went.
Yeah, bro. That one time when my dad had, he decided not to spend all his money, bro, on stuff like that. I would go to everywhere, bro. You know how many fucking Sally pins there were, bro?
Sally.
1 billion of them, bro. You know how many fucking Toms? How many Brads?
Richard.
How many Bobbies?
That's a good idea, though. You should come up with a new line of like kids. Well, not kids' names, but names that are Spanish, Mexican. I
Panfilo.
guess more.
Yeah, bro.
Nicknames or
Consuelos.
names. Yeah, like because
Then I would
they
look-
never find their
And I
stuff
would look
anywhere.
up my cousin's name, Yosgar. No.
Yo's got.
Yeah,
Damn.
bro. His name is Oscar, but with a Y. Yosgar.
Even that one's a little.
Damn.
out
And the-
there.
the-
Somebody
the-
messed up on the birth
and
certificate
the
or what?
C is not a C, it's a G. Yosgar.
Oh my god.
Yo's got.
Four have weird, you never find Artemio.
I have an uncle called or named Arnulfo.
Damn, man. He snores, huh?
I think so, fool, but I never heard him. He always had his door closed.
Can you look up Arnulfo? It says, sound a man makes when he snores. Arnulfo. Yeah, man, you never find any Latino stuff, bro. Even when you buy anything, bro, they will never be like, it's like we can't find nothing. Just like you can't find really black dolls.
Well, it is similar to that. It is.
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt like that type of stuff, buttons and stuff, and especially in like the punk rock scene, there was really no like big Latino movement into it. I mean, there were Latinos that were in punk rock groups and stuff like that, but nothing that ever catered to our culture or what we grew up with, you know? So it was something that I try to monopolize, and I kind of feel like I've done a pretty good job at it now. You know, I kind of cornered that whole market in that aspect of making things, you know, that we grew up with, you know, nostalgia stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, even stuff that I grew up just seeing in school. I was mentioning to Rodrigo earlier that I was a school teacher before.
Where at?
At Vaughn Street Elementary, right here.
Vaughn's?
Yeah, Vaughn.
Oh.
Vaughn Century.
I thought you said Vaughn Street. I thought, what?
Yeah, right there in Pacoima. So I was actually, I was
Richie Valens, eh?
I was a school teacher there. So that's where a lot of inspiration for like the milk carton, the chocolate milk carton pin came from.
That's all elementary school style right there.
You know, I do have a lunch ticket, which is actually sold out. That's a really popular one. You know, I did a library card. I did the little orange juice box.
Okay.
You know, that we used to get in the mornings. Stuff like that. You know, that's where that inspiration came from. You know, being a school teacher. And then a lot of the other stuff. You know, you have the frutero cart.
Yeah.
You know, you see that everywhere. It was funny because when I was in San Francisco once, somebody told me that he came to LA and he saw where I got that inspiration because they're like on every corner.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and in San Francisco, they don't really have something like that.
That's when I came up with an idea one night. I was laying in my bed, bro. Eating mazapan. And I had mazapan crumbs on my chest. I got up and I dusted myself off. I was like, wait a minute, man. I should make a T-shirt that looks like the mazapan shirt. You know, I never seen it before on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So I got a mazapan, you know, mazapan, and I just changed, instead of saying mazapan, I say Felipe Esparza on it.
Yeah.
And it says comediante extra largo.
Tamaño gigante.
Those sold well. Because there's nothing like that for us, huh?
Hell no, I've never seen a mazapan shirt.
Ever.
I seen one after you made your shirts. I seen like two. Eh?
Of course you
Yeah,
have.
I know. It's not too new. They popped up about a month later. New people.
A month later, bro.
I'm sure after yours there was a lot of
Our design's still better. Our design,
Our
looks
design is better.
It's prettier.
You're right, bro. That's what I was, damn, man.
and that's what I see with all this new stuff
Yeah.
too popping up is a lot of people, a lot of biters out there, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm from the first come first serve generation, dog. Stay away, stop biting, dog. Do your
yeah.
own thing.
and it's tough. Like I said, the market has been like saturated. So, and a lot of people started to see that, you know, it was getting like tension, you know, it was starting to steam, and a lot of people just started doing, you know, Latino inspired pins as well. But I mean, the more the merrier for me. I don't like to be that person to
Right.
you know, that confrontation with someone else. But I mean,
I am with my jokes.
I actually did a mazapan pin. That was one of my first pins. And then after, some girl did one. And then I remember I have some wholesale accounts, and some lady was like, "Oh, I don't take that mazapan pin because I have another designer making that one." And I was like, "Oh, really?" You know, and she just kind of disappeared. It gets hard after a while. People think it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get into the pin business and then I'm gonna make a living out of it."
Oh
But
yeah,
Hell no. You got to make socks too.
they kick the passion out of it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I do it. It's like a side hustle for me. It's something that I like to do. Growing up, you know, as a teenager, I did graffiti as well, you know. So my mentality coming into this was just to get people to know who I was, you know.
What was your tag name?
My tag name, Tick, T-I-C-K, because I'm a little guy.
I seen it.
You know, I'm a little dude.
What was your Rodrigo?
It's a
Decay.
disclosed. Nah, dude.
He'll never reveal it.
Hell no.
Yeah,
As long
so-
when they're all erased.
Yeah, so
Silent Bob.
SB, dog.
yeah, so that was the mentality I went into this, you know, trying to make sure my goal is to one day like travel to New York or travel somewhere out of the States and someone wear my pin, you know.
Hell
that
yeah,
would
dude.
that would be like my famous moment, you know. Still hasn't happened yet, but I never went into it with the mentality of being like, oh, this is gonna make me a whole bunch of money, because it really doesn't, you know. It's just something I like to do. I like to get people's feedback, and
But this is cool though, man. It gets you out there. Like, you know, not just in pins, but people take you seriously. Oh, this guy looks OG.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Like that pin that you have. That was like the YouTube start of
Yahweh.
pin.
Remember that one?
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit. It is Yahweh.
Yeah.
Yahweh.
That's what it is.
I know you guys can't see this, man, but this guy had remember that video that went viral on YouTube with a little boy and a little chubby kid that jumping on a branch, and he keeps shaking it, and he keeps saying, Yahweh! Then this fool falls. This fool made a pin. How do you make pins, first of all, man?
Yeah, how do you make them? What is it, a die cut thing?
Well, it's soft enamel, so it's a soft enamel metal, you know, and it's actually made like in Metal Shop. I'm not sure if you guys remember. They don't
Yeah, I
that
have
type of
Metal
stuff.
Shop, bro. Holla back Junior High School, Mr.
Yeah.
Tringali.
So you would make like a mold out of sand, you know, you would put like the image into it. They would make the mold out of it, and when you take it out, the mold would be like engraved inside the sand, and then they just pour the metal into it. So, and then, you know, it comes out, then it's actually hand painted.
Wow.
You
Those
do all
are
this
all
yourself?
hand
No, no.
painted?
Yeah, they are. I don't do them myself. I actually have a buddy of mine that makes them, you know. He's into that, and he's somebody that I linked up with over the years, and he does all my pins for me.
So you do the designs? and
Yeah,
then
I
he
do all the
does
designs.
pins.
Yeah.
That's cool. He does good work.
Because back in the day when you say you came from a punk rock background, it was all like button pins.
Yeah.
But the only other ones that were enamel pins before that, you can get them at head shops, were for metal bands.
Yeah.
Like Iron Maiden.
Yeah, stuff
Yeah.
like
those,
that.
you know, Metallica and all that shit.
Yeah, so yeah, I just kind of put my spin. I try to use pop culture, U.S. pop culture, and try to mix it in with, you know, Latino pop culture or things that we were raised with. Like this pin right here.
Yeah.
Like, actually, one of my buddies told me we were at a game once, at a Kings game, and then there's this guy in the back talking and talking and talking, and it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up already. You know, we're trying to watch the game, and then some fool turns around, he's like, hey, do you know Chata? And he's like, what? Yeah, do you know Chata? Who's Chata? Shut the fuck up, you know? So it just cracked me up, and I was like, dude, I got to make a pin of that, you know? I made a pin, and like people loved it, you know? People get that reference, you know?
Yeah.
And especially if you're Latino, you know, they kind of understand that reference.
You know me a cool pin to make, bro?
Which one, fool?
That little S that everybody makes as a kid.
Oh, yeah, the
yeah.
one with the 6 lines? That one's actually made. Someone made that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Fuck that guy, right? He don't know what's up.
yeah. That one's
That
actually made.
or the pig that you do with the little 3. Remember the pig? You do a little E right here and an M on top and an S on the side.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
old
yeah,
school.
that's old school right there.
Or the astronaut, or the little football player with a little 5. That's how to draw, bro. With numbers.
He spelled boobs on a calculator.
Tippy the turtle.
Yeah, man. Our listens.
Damn, dude. Shit took me back.
Yeah, man. So before you, where did you grow up at?
I was born and raised in the valley, San Fernando. You know, grew up there my whole life.
Orale, that's where I live right now. Eh?
Oh, we're neighbors.
Mission Hills.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I live in Somar right now. But yeah, I grew up in San Fernando, city of
Yeah,
San Fernando.
we have here a crazy ass story
Tell us, fool.
about Silmar.
What happened?
All right. When I came out of rehab, bro, all right, I didn't know where my kids were. They were gone, you know. Like, I went to rehab, you know. I got to stop doing this crack. So my baby mama had ran off already with somebody. And I stopped seeing my kids. I used to see them every day. Even though I got fucked up, I saw them every day. You know, hey, little kid. Hey, chavalito, you smell like shit. And they go fuck around. I was a hoodlum, bro. A hoodlum, bro. A bad one. I was the kind of guy that would, like, if in the movies, he gets punched all the time. But he's still there, you know? So,
Like Robert De Niro in Mean Streets, eh?
yeah. Forgot where I was going, bro. I got lost.
sorry.
Silmar.
Oh, yeah,
and,
Silmar. Oh, so I'm out of rehab. I'm fucking sober. And I met somebody. And he goes, hey, bro, I know a girl that works for the welfare system. And if you fucking give me a name, she could find your address.
God damn.
But you got to pay her. So $100.
Fuck
$100. I gave her $100. She gave me a name of my baby mama's name. And then and the baby daddy's name. And then I told the welfare guy, hey, just in case, man, if you ever wanted to investigate this person, that's not the father of that kid, the one that was just born. That's her brother's name, so she lied on her application. She put her little brother as the father of the kid. So, you know, I give her their information. You give me information. So I found out.
Two birds with one
So I
stone.
found out where they live, bro, and I haven't seen them in, 3 years. I found out where they lived and all that, bro. So I thought about kidnapping them.
Joe Diaz, eh?
But not kidnapping them. You're your kids, right?
It is still
It-
considered
yeah, 'cause the
kidnapping
kids'
if you don't have
custody thing.
custody.
There you go.
Logically,
you
though,
go.
it doesn't
Killing
make
my
it's
idea.
not because they're
Yeah.
your kids.
I wasn't thinking about. I didn't even know what the f I was gonna do there when I
Right.
got there. I had no plan, bro. Like you went to go see that chick, bro. When you knocked on the door like pops.
Oh no, I was at the house and then I guess the kid's dad knocked on the door all crazy.
No. When
What time?
you go tell that lady,
Oh, damn.
when you like that girl, bro, when you like that girl, and you showed
Wrong
up to her,
story.
when you like that girl, you told me, and you went to her house, and you spoke to the father that you like her, and then right after you told me, I said, I bet you the dad told her, "Vino gordo."
Oh no, that was from that other chick. The dad answered the door, dog.
But like that,
They
bro,
looked like a wrestler.
Like you had no,
No shirt on. Fool. What the fuck? It's not even summertime, dog.
like you
Clothe
had-
this animal.
Like you had no plan, you know. You just showed up, balls deep, you know.
yeah, like
You know,
fucking
do or die, you know.
whatever.
Just like
dog.
when this guy when he decided to fucking take out the pins.
Right.
He had no idea
Impulse,
what
just
was
go
gonna
on it.
happen. Impulse. You had to do it, bro. You go with it. You roll.
Go
So,
with the flow.
I knew the address, bro. I showed up to their house, but I have Philip all day. I could have just dropped him off anywhere, right? His mom was at work, so I was my Volvo with Philip as a baby, like in the back, like 8 months, 9 months.
Oh my god, that
So-
was little, dog.
So I was driving, and I remember, man, I saw a bunch of little kids, and I said, "Fuck it, whoever looks like me, I'm gonna yell out any name." So
They're fucking crazy.
I knew where they were, and I pulled up for it. They live on Silmar, right there off the freeway,
Okay.
Hubbard Street.
Oh, Hubbard. Yeah, right
Hubbard.
here off the 210.
There you go, bro. Yeah. So I went over there, bro, like a stalker. First, I went to the school, right? Circle the school. See, you know, might say hello to the gate. Jump. Maybe convince my son or daughter to jump the gate. We'll take off.
You like Gerard Butler.
I had it planned out, bro. I was gonna print out fake Disneyland tickets, bro. You know, whatever. But I wanted to see them, man. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Right?
But would they have recognized you?
Hell
You
no.
never- Yeah.
They'll say, "Who's crazy, man?"
No, sir. I gotta go home.
Hell no, man.
So you
I
had
don't
it all
want to go to
planned out?
Disneyland.
There was no plan.
Okay. No plan.
So nothing there, dude. So then I went to the house, and then like some little girl jumped out, and I think it was my daughter or not. I don't even know.
Uh-huh.
But I just said, "Hello, hey," and she just waved back. And then some lady grabbed her and ran.
You think she recognized you?
Probably, I don't know. But that's what that went.
Don't say I never tried.
Took off, eh? But that was that. That was the last time.
That was your Silmar story.
I'm not confessing to a crime here, am I?
No, there's no crime. Fool.
All right. And then
Desire to see your
and then I
children?
grabbed the kid, eh?
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it was crazy. Like, I got how easy information is given in the fucking welfare system or any system. Because she gave up that information for $100. How much people are selling information now? You know, like to leak.
They bust people from the DMV.
Yeah, DMV
all
giving
the
out
time,
license
dog.
plate information. I got this plate of this asshole or whatever, and they'll give you their address. For
It's always
some money.
$100. It'll get
Yeah.
you a little something, dog. And that fool was in with you in rehab, or you just met him after?
No, I don't know how I found out. I think Philip's mom knew somebody, but then I knew the guy too.
It's always somebody that knows somebody. I know a guy, dog.
Yeah, bro, but they know.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! They look at confidential shit all day. And go, what? Fucking risk my job?
But,
Give me $100.
this is not something that you just can like search. You search
No,
for
no,
this,
no.
you're never gonna find it. You're gonna be stupid. I get busted. they know in your eyes if you're scandalous.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to already be
like they give you one little shoulder.
one of those kind of
A
people.
little weak.
Sometimes you can wait outside, bro. Like you can just wait outside. Like if you have information that's viable for somebody, somebody can say no, sir, come here, man. Fuck that bitch. I got you. You got $100? All right, homie.
Money moves
I
mountains,
will
dog.
find this asshole for you. Just like you said when you were talking about Tiffany and Melanie Camacho,
Yeah, Melanie. Yeah. Melanie Camacho was saying that
a
Tiffany.
comedian we had on a podcast.
She was talking about how
'Cause
great Tiffany was.
Tiffany's
Tiffany
ex-husband
Haddish.
used to be a private investigator. Check this out.
Yeah, so she was talking to Tiffany about her dad because Melanie hadn't seen her dad in a long time, in 30 years or something like that.
Wow.
And so Tiffany was married to that guy at the time, and then she said, "Well, he's a private investigator, and he helped me find my dad. So give me his name, and we'll help you out." And she's like, "Nah, it's not worth it." She was like, "It's a lost cause." So she gave him his name. She said, within half an hour, he called her, and she was able to connect with her dad. Like, he found her. So she was like, "I'll be forever grateful to Tiffany for the rest of my life," because they have a relationship now. But yeah,
That's nuts.
he
That's
found
crazy.
him.
Information is key, huh?
Yeah, a
dog?
lot of those PIs, like good ones, are ex-detectives and all that stuff, dude. You gotta tap your sources, man.
Yeah.
Because usually like, you need like warrants and shit to get shit like that
So what's up,
Couldn't
PINetration? You under investigation, dog?
for making kick-ass pens.
So man, how do you, man? You know, like just by looking at you, bro, your sweater, bro, right there, your hair, you just love life, man. Like
I can't complain, man. I can't complain.
you should have high, should have with the donuts, they're over there. I'm on a coffee.
Crazy. It's crazy to think, like I have dreadlocks. I've had them for 17 years. Never smoked in my life, man. Never drank. I'm straight edge. Never even tried it. Don't even know what it tastes like.
What's up with the undercover right here, bro?
Fucking narc.
But yeah, it's crazy, People always say that,
Just by looking at you,
Yeah.
they think you're like a stoner or
yeah,
something.
right
It's
away.
like Sin Kirin. He's never smoked or drank
Oh,
in
yeah.
his life, never done a drug ever in his life. But he's in ministry, and he's on the road with a guy who does all the drugs, and drinks. and
Crazy,
everything.
huh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
like-
Like people
you-
in my band smoke, drink all the time too. I was the only one that didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's crazy. I mean, even like my brothers now, I always like shoot the shit with a whole bunch of friends, and they always tell me like, I still trip you don't do it. I'm like, dude, my brothers do so much of that shit. They do it for me, So, but yeah, I've never drank or smoked, man.
How?
Give himself to the Lord.
I mean,
Inconceivable.
like everybody I spoke to that had ever done drugs, sooner or later something happened. Or like they got molested. their stepsister jerked them off. It affected their lives. They saw their mom get beat up by their dad. They saw a horrible car accident. You must have never seen shit, dog.
It's crazy that you say that because all those things you mentioned, I've seen. For reals.
But still, it takes a hard. He's not. I'm just doing jokes here, but I've known people that grew up in the hood, hung out with fools that are just right there doing horrible stuff, and then somehow they get shot. This fool doesn't get shot, but he's just there, and then the cops pull him up. He's part of that crew. But they never did drugs. Like my friend Nelson, once he stopped drinking, he never drank for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, I mean, with us, there's 5 boys, including me, and just my mom. My dad passed away when I was 15, and in and out of jail, and he was a drug addict too. I've seen the whole thing. I actually,
A lot of heroin in San Fernando, huh?
yeah.
Woo!
I remember when I was about 6. I still remember like if it was yesterday. I walked into the garage and he was with one of his homies, and he had overdosed and he had a needle in his arm, and I saw it and I had to call the police. And I've seen pops, put in work on my mom's in front of all of us, just like straight beating her, stuff like that. And I think that has affected like my brothers, which is crazy. But for
They're
some
older or
reason-
younger?
I have 2 older and 2 younger, so and so I'm the middle one. But I've always tried to like break that stereotype.
Oh, yeah, dude.
There's never been like and it's not to say because I love my brothers, and growing up, it's like that's all we had. It was just my mom. She had to be the dad and the mom. So but seeing them grow up, like I have my older brother who has a drinking problem, and then my brother that's a year older, and he was the one that used to stick up for me all the time in high school because I'm like the smaller one in the family. So someone would try to get crazy with me, and he would just like pounce on fools. So but he just actually got out of jail last year, getting caught up in some dumb shit. So they've always had that hood mentality, and for some reason, like for me, it's like my mom would always say, like, try her best. You know, she would even say, like, my whole life, I try to bring you guys in and raise you guys in a place that there's no gang violence or this and that, but that should just, it comes with you, you know? It's like, it follows you. So my brothers got caught up in that kind of lifestyle and did some time. They just got out, you know? So I'm like the person that my mom has to lean on for everything, you know? So I try to be that example for everyone, even my older brothers, you know? So I went to college, you know, I graduated, I was a school teacher. You know, I always try to keep my head on my shoulders, you know, and try to do the positive thing for my moms, you know. The worst part is you never want to see her pass away and think that, like, damn, it was a waste, like my kids didn't do shit, you know.
All of them, man.
Yeah, you know, and it sucks, you know.
Valieron pura madre.
You know, so, you know, I feel bad for my moms, you know, so I always, like, try to be that little light of hope for her, you know, and not to say that she doesn't love her other kids. She does, you know, and no matter how fucked up they are, you know, she'll sit there and say, ya sé que hacen cosas mal y que ya sé que no son hijos de Dios y que quién sabe tanto.
Ese cabrón es maldito.
Pero, you know, los quiero, son mis hijos.
Yeah,
One day when you have kids, you understand, you know, and it's like.
Good or bad, you gotta like all of them.
Yeah, you know, so, and I love my brothers, man. I mean, they can't help me out financially or whatnot, but like I said, the brother that's a year older, the way he can help me out, it's like I get caught up in some shit, he'll be there. He'll be like, just tell me who it is, I'll fuck him up for you, you know, or tell me this, tell me that, you know, and that's just the mentality he's always had, you know. But he is the hardest worker in the family, you know. Like I said, I was talking to Rodrigo earlier before, and I work at a high-end grocery store now, you know, so I got my brothers to work with me there now too. So, you know, that's the least I can do is help them out and try to get them, you know, back into society, you know, being caught up, you know, out of jail. And it's rough for people to get jobs, and, you know, especially when you have felonies and shit like that.
Hell yeah, dude.
So people look at me and it's funny because you look at me, I look like a fucking rocker stoner, you know, it's like that white boy stoner and shit like that, you know.
Rasta man, dog.
You know, but I mean, I grew up in that hood mentality too. I guess I was just fortunate enough not to get caught up in it, you know. So I'm grateful for that, man. And I do things like this, you know, to try to stay positive and try to keep those people that are positive, you know, especially being a school teacher. You know, I still see the kids at the swap meet. I go to the swap meet all the time, and kids are there, you know. It's like, Mr. Aguirre, ¿cómo estás? You know, I talk to the families and all that stuff, you know. I want to show them that, you know, there is positive things here in the neighborhood, things that we can do, you know. And my goal was to be a school teacher because I wanted to give back to my community, you know. So giving back to my community, you know, teaching them. This is where I came from too. You know, I go to the Vallarta or go to, you know, Food for Less up there on Hubbard and Glen Oaks, and I still see kids there all the time, you know, families, you know. So I do this now just to kind of keep them positive, and this is the things that I grew up with and stuff like that.
What did you teach in school?
I taught elementary. You know, I taught kindergarten for many years, and then I taught fourth grade. But I taught junior high as well, you know. So I got a mix of everything, you know. But probably fourth grade was probably my favorite. You know, you get those bunch of kids that stickers. They don't care about stickers. Like kids in kindergarten, you give them stickers, they get all excited about it.
Hell
you know?
Yeah, dude.
Tengo calcamonillas aquí para ustedes, and they get like, you know, start screaming and shit. You know, kids in fourth grade, they're all like, stickers, like where the iPads at? You know, you're like, God damn, like advanced, you know? Yeah. So. But yeah, I taught fourth grade for a while. You know, I was in the school system for 16 years, and last year was my first year that I stopped teaching. You know, I kind of wanted to focus on other things. You know, I do comedy improv, so I wanted to focus on that, and then, you know, my job now that I have, and then I wanted to focus on the pins. You know, kind of want to see where it takes me. I could always go back to teaching. That's something that I could always go back to. You know. So it's not like something that I gave up and I can never go back to it.
Right on, dude. And you put it into your own community. A lot of people get the degrees and, you know, start teaching. They want to teach somewhere else, huh?
Yeah.
I deal where I came from, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Go make some money.
I'm going to start my own Montessori school.
Montessori.
Montessori.
Yeah. I went to San Francisco State, actually. It's the first time I ever left home, you know, so.
I did a show there once.
Yeah. I didn't know anyone. I just went by myself, like, just packed my shit up and went. That was the only school that accepted me at the time. You know, I wanted to go to CSUN, but they were like the last one to accept me. But by then I already had said yes to San Francisco State. So I went out there for 3 years, but I just like didn't know anyone. So I was on the grind, finished, and then moved back and then started teaching right after at the same school that I started TAing in.
Yeah. Yeah, but in LA County, though, you can get a higher rate of pay for working in those inner city schools, though. You know, because they have I knew 2 teachers, and they actually called it combat pay. They did, like one girl worked in Compton, and the other worked. She might have worked over near Boyle Heights, I think, and they made good money for a school teacher. I was surprised. But they got like an extra bonus because of the neighborhood that they worked in. I guess to attract better teachers to those schools. But it was crazy. Like they were making
Combat
really
pay.
good money. They called it combat pay. Isn't that
Rodrigo,
crazy?
you ever get combat pay?
Did you ever hear about that?
No,
Rodrigo teaches too.
I taught.
Did you
Yeah.
ever hear that term? Did you ever hear that?
I've never heard that term,
Isn't that
actually.
crazy?
No.
They both taught high
Maybe
school.
because I was in ground zero, so I never
Right,
heard
right,
it.
right.
Yeah, maybe.
You're used to it, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I didn't
called it
teach at any
combat
other
pay.
school. I taught in the neighborhood that I grew up in.
Yeah, maybe
so.
they were like pulled in from somewhere else, and that was like what it was called when they were signing on or something. I don't know.
And I know in the city of LA or in the county, there's like they rate the schools on how dangerous they are too.
Yeah.
So that's probably like the little
So what's the danger?
category. Well, back in the day, it used to be like what Jordan Lock and all those ones right there. In that
There's
area.
a site called goodschools.com, I think, that they have all the ratings and stuff.
They're not as crazy as
Are
they
you
were
vegan?
before, though.
Are you vegan?
I'm vegetarian.
Oh yes, so you bought vegan donuts?
I bought vegan donuts. Yeah, I.
He would
I'm
like you
vegi-
to bust those out if you.
Whenever you guys do it, but yeah, I've been vegetarian for 4 years.
¿Qué
I-
comes, mijo?
I usually eat vegan stuff though. I mean, every now and then, I eat cheese or I drink milk and stuff like that. But most of the time, it's usually vegan. But yeah, I did it 4 years ago, and people, my mom too. She's like, "Pues qué vas a comer? Ni comes vegetales." You
Puras
know?
ramas.
It's crazy because I'm a vegetarian, but I don't eat vegetables. So like, I'm a carbitarian. So puro frijoles, arroz, stuff like that. And it's funny because people tell me all the time, it's like, "Oh, have you felt better since you became vegetarian?" I was like, "Man, I gained 50 pounds since I became vegetarian."
Me too.
The pastas and the breads, huh?
Yeah, but and people tell me, "Oh, it was an animal issue or stuff like that." It has nothing to do with that. Just one day I was just like, I'm gonna try it, and I did it and never went back. And now it's like I look at me and me da asco, like
Yeah, dude.
it's just like, oh, like, yeah, I don't know how people can do it, and it's and then one time, I was like, F it, I'm gonna go to In-N-Out, got a double. I couldn't do it. I was like,
You ordered it and everything?
I've ordered and everything. I just gave it to my brother. He was like, shit, I'll take it, But yeah, I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it either.
It's crazy, like
I couldn't do it either, man. Even like the stuff that I could or would cheat on and try to do it is the stuff that will fuck me up the most.
Jeez.
Like what?
Like if I were to eat a hamburger without cheese, it wouldn't do nothing to my body. But if that's not what I like, man. I like cheese. And the cheese, for anybody else that's a vegan, well, I'm vegetarian now. I'm just gonna start eating cheese. Fuck that, dude. I can't be a vegetarian. Cheese will fuck me up.
Dairy just fucking goes right through you.
If I eat like
This whole family.
if I eat a double cheeseburger with double cheese, everything else will go through my system, but the cheese will just stay there, bro. And I gotta go back to La Maz. Nothing, bro. I gotta push. Like I wanted to eat that cannoli I gave you, but nah, I thought about it as cheese and I would have been farting a whole plane.
Yeah.
What's up, fool? Before you started doing pins, did you try other stuff like bottle caps or?
nah.
We know we saw in fucking Honolulu. We never seen in a long time. Those pops, or those
Pogs?
pogs, bro.
Oh, yeah. Those
We
are
saw-
coming back.
We saw pogs, bro.
Yeah, they're
The
coming
swap
back.
meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Used to get them with a little slammer. You would flip them over.
Slammer.
Yeah.
How do you play the for those of you guys not here, man? Slammers came around in 1990s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Pogs.
Yeah, they had like little design on them, and then on the other side they were blank. And I guess you would stack them depending on how many you wanted to like risk, and then you would hit it with the slammer, and how many popped up with the image facing you got to keep. So that was kind of the way the game worked, But and then they got really popular, and they started using like Ninja Turtles and things that
Yeah.
kids were into, But I started noticing they're coming back, maybe maybe we should throw some Cantinflas and some India Maria on some of them
You
and make
should.
some pogs.
We saw Raiders pogs.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I won't got him.
Get pogs, dog. People
Yeah.
had the little cylinder where they had them all in their
Yeah,
little
the
collection.
little cylinder. Yeah.
Fucking
I
pogs.
think back on like some of the cannons I used to buy. I feel like, man, if I would have saved it, it'd be worth some money. Because I remember when this is old, man, like early 1980s, but these cannons must have came out in the late 70s. It was like the whole album of Elvis, but the inside was like a little chocolate or
No,
or
bubblegum record.
bubblegum record, yeah. And they have Beatles too.
Yeah, I had
It was
those
shaped.
too.
It was shaped like a little album.
And they were all throwbacks in the
Yeah,
80s.
the
from old-
inside was a
Yeah.
little disc, and it was a record.
Yeah,
Really?
it was
Yeah.
a record and it was bubblegum. It was thin, like grooves and everything. Those were great. And that bubblegum was good. It
And
was
it was
soft.
cool
It was
baseball.
like the Big League Chew texture
Yeah.
gum, yeah.
Real super soft.
And they had
a
also,
tortilla.
yeah, it was a circle. It was a circle, so the
Yeah.
grooves were like she said, like
Yeah.
the big
crazy.
dude show. But there was also cards of the shows that were on at the time. Like there'd be like a lot of Charlie's Angel trading cards.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even know what they were worth, but it was them in their bikini or them skating or them talking or thinking. Of all the shows,
And
dude,
Three's Company, eh? Laverne and Shirley.
I used to always get the whack ones, bro. Battlestar Galactica.
Star Trek.
In a little grab bag, bro. You should have Latino grab bag, bro.
Yeah.
Remember grab bags?
The ice cream man used to have them, dude.
You don't know what was in there, bro. Little whack ass little helicopter.
Usually it was whack stuff, dude.
Or it was like those little army men with the with the
parachute?
The parachute.
Those were
Throw 'em.
badass.
Yeah, maybe we should do a What's Up Fool pin soon when we get our new logo. We're going to do a new logo soon. I have to talk to these two artists.
What's up, fool? So, what was like growing up in San Fernando, bro? The little kid.
It was
Seeing
good,
violence.
man. It was cool, man. I mean, like I said, I had a brother that was a year older. He was held back in first grade, so we went to school together the whole time, you know. So he was like my little bodyguard or my bigger bodyguard. But we grew up in a neighborhood where there was gang violence and stuff like that, you know. But it was cool, man. I can't complain. It's kind of like what they say, you can be poor growing up, but you don't know because the way your family treats you, you never know like those aspects of like what nice things are. And then when you grow up, you're like, damn, I didn't have carne all the time. I didn't have this, I had frijoles and arroz all the time, but it was regular for us, and it was like, that's just the way we grew up, It was like my mom was there all the time, she used to clean houses. She was a house cleaner growing up. But it was cool, man. I mean, 818 for the rest of my life, man.
Damn.
My dad was just convinced us that it was bad for us. Whatever he wanted. Could we have that? No, cabrón, es bad. Es malo, cabrón. Te vas a enfermar. And then, like, you ask for a skateboard for what? So you can fall down, break your teeth. They're going to pay for teeth. Now I got to pay for teeth. They got to pay for a leg. My dad was see the future in payments of stuff.
Liability, dog.
Like, you're going to have that girlfriend what? You get her pregnant? I don't even know what sex is. I didn't even jerked off yet. If we're talking about pregnancy. But now going to explain me how you get there. You know that? Your parents ever speak to you about sex? Your brothers? Your uncles?
Nah, never.
How about you, Rodrigo?
Yeah, they told me you want to get diseases, go have sex.
The one you still
And
back,
then and then we had a cousin that got pregnant. So you want to be like her?
That's
Two
how they-
examples.
Too
dog.
many examples. Like they point at examples instead of giving you the right.
And then
the
my
right
mom's like,
answer.
if you want to be with someone, if you really want to be with them, that was it.
Like we have a fat ass cousin, and then you want
Keep beating it.
like you want a fat like if you have a fat ass cousin in the room, but you know what you just ate is good, but you just want another plate because it's good. You want to be like that fat ass over there, and then you'll point at him. Get a otro chuy. Then he'll get an extra one, dude.
My mom told me, anytime a guy says he loves you, he just wants to get in your pants.
I love you.
That was my entire speech from my mom.
Your father told me.
But then you go have brandy with somebody.
Brandy.
This fool.
What?
Hey, did you guys get sex ed in school?
Yeah, I was part
Yeah.
of peer education. Like I had to I was in a small group, and then we got books and we'd talk about stuff and once a week in class, and then it'd be expected to go out and talk with our friends and like dispel myths like you can't get pregnant the first time, you can't get pregnant if you go to the bathroom right after, like all these myths that
Doing
people
jumping
thought.
jacks.
Yeah, like people thought that you couldn't get pregnant in certain ways, so you just kind of try to educate your friends like the right facts, So
When I was in high school too, they still had that driver's ed in high school. Like
we had driver's ed in high school too. Yeah.
I don't know when they took that out, but I remember you can get your like permit
Yeah.
while
Had
you're in
the
high
simulator in there.
They took that out? Like
think
that
so.
I guess
doesn't
it's
exist?
gone
You have
now.
to
It
get
doesn't even
private.
exist.
You have to get private classes.
Yeah.
if
I
you-
had private
yeah.
classes. I
Wow.
didn't have that
Yeah.
in my school anymore.
Yeah.
We had that in our
We had
class.
it in high school too.
They said that they had a simulator and everything.
Yeah,
I
we
was
had
like, what the
simulators.
fuck, dude?
How
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, it was like that.
Mhm.
You know, showing videos, and then we would practice for the test, the written tests, like every week, stuff like that. And
We
then
went
at
out
the-
on the road for real, like maybe 3 times or
Yeah,
something.
I
like that.
remember that. I was in a car with the driver's ed teacher and some guy named Duck from the neighborhood. They
Oh,
call him
yeah.
Pato.
It was Melania's brother,
no,
right?
no,
Oh,
some
no,
other
a different
Duck.
guy. Okay.
That guy's name is Duck.
His
D-U-C.
name is right. This is
guy-
a nickname,
It's
Duck.
a nickname,
Okay.
D-U-C-K, El Pato. And that fool, bro, that fool throws out a gang sign and some cholos are following us, bro.
During
trying
the
to learn,
driving.
dog.
Yeah.
Don't make me nervous.
So now the
That's
fucking
funny.
driver, the student gonna be a getaway driver now, bro.
I'm putting that.
Trying to
It
do a
was
3-point turn.
hilarious, dog.
That's
We never. And then it was
funny.
like, cause that fool he threw out his gang knife from the back seat with the teacher, bro. But I was in the back seat with him, and that fool throws out the big gang sign to the other drivers. Then those fools are following us, bro, to see where we're going.
Engage in a 3-point turn now.
But then they saw a student driver, but it was crazy, dog. The teacher was all paranoid. Oh my God, they're getting too close. He goes, keep driving, look forward. He goes, don't look at those guys like that, giving them like how to get away from cholos now.
Like it's hanging out the window, all chasing you,
We're all low in the back and shit like Bornista Ley.
trying to hide.
But that was crazy. You grow up, I guess, you become an adult. You forget that the classes you had, but they don't have them anymore, huh? Like, what classes they got rid of after I was there? They realized that these shitty classes shouldn't be in the black neighborhoods, in the Latino neighborhoods.
Oh,
Mechanics,
like auto shop.
Auto
shop. Fucking metal shop, bro.
Yeah. Wood shop,
All I
is wood
learned
shop
is
still?
how to make ninja stars there.
Ninja stuff.
Metal shop. Did you have metal shop growing up?
Yeah.
Damn, man. So you're not that young. Anyway, so that back then, man, if it wasn't for people complaining, we would like metal shop. I bet you people. I bet you people in the valley didn't have metal shop, bro. Did you have metal shop?
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for metal shop, I wouldn't have known how to use a fucking ruler and shit like that. I mean, I learned how to do all that there in metal shop.
Bro, we were trusted with an arc welder, bro, in fucking metal class. We were kids, dog. We were getting trained,
crazy.
bro, to work in the mines.
Was that in high school or
Junior high school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
junior
I didn't have it, but I remember they would make a pan,
Yeah.
the
You know,
dustpan or
There
something.
was another
The
class.
pooper scooper.
Yes, that was the first one.
Yeah. I remember
There was a
that.
guy he was a much older kid than me, like 4 years older. But they got rid of the class that he had before I got there. It was plastics.
Damn.
Oh.
And they were making those cool little chains on Hawaii, the ones that glow.
Uh huh.
They would cut them and they would buff them, bro. And they would make a nice little charm.
I took that in printing class, the industrial printing, printing press and all that, and laying in the slugs and putting all the type backward and all that stuff. Do you have that class? Yeah, it was another one of those industrial arts they called it,
Yes,
which was
we
metal
had
shop,
graphic
wood shop,
arts.
and then
We
that.
had graphic cards, and how we learned how to make it business cards, bro.
They didn't have computerized
You can build or
graphics
make your own startup.
for
Dude,
that.
we had
at that
we had
point.
the old school printer, bro, like a round thing.
And then you would just roll it.
It was,
and
it
then
was red.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I remember those. We
So-
still use those.
And then oh my God, I would just cheat in that class, dog. I would get homework from the last person that was there before that class. Like, did you have all this shit from Mr. Perez? I used to hate that teacher too, man. Mr. Perez had he had one of those Chicano teachers that had that fucking curly hair, but it was all in knots inside of his hair.
Like Puerto Rican hair.
Yeah, it was tight, bro. He had that Reggie Jackson hard hair. I didn't like that fool, dog. That class, I sold more shit to students than I ever did in my life, bro. Like these students in that class, I would walk in there, bro, with Thriller bootlegs, bro, and I get rid of them all in that class for like $5 each.
Damn, dude.
And that's the class where I sold my mom's brush to a guy named the Count.
Oh, that vampiro guy, the Count. I love the Count story.
There used to be a dude that would come in with one of those jackets, like, and he never buttoned it, bro. He would just let it hang on his shoulders. And I said, "What's up with the Count?" And that fool punched me in the shoulder. I sold that for a brush for $8.
Your mom's
My
brush.
mom's brush.
She probably only paid like $3 for that.
Fucking Lost Boys over
I was
there.
always good, bro, at selling shit, dog. Like these pins, I'm pretty sure I'll get rid of for $30 each wherever I go. Wherever I go, if I would have put these pins with my merch, fucking $40 each, bro. I'll sell them and I'll sign them.
They sold out pretty quickly when they had the Felipe Esparza.
Yeah.
I don't know how much
ones.
you
They
sell
were
them for,
pretty
but I
fast.
could get rid of them for $40.
I think what were they, 25? No, they were,
They're 10, I think.
they were 10.
Yeah.
Look at me already,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, our team.
Triple my money.
You only had a handful of them left, though.
There should be a Price is Right game, but for people who know how much they could get for it. And then who the winner, it be the guy who gets the most.
I feel like there was something like that. I can't
Pawn
remember.
Stars.
No, no, I think like an In Living Color sketch or something like that. I feel like, I'm not sure. There I go again.
She got herself, huh?
Oh shit! It was more money, more money.
Oh, maybe
sketch.
yeah, that was it. Because it was like they were actually selling
That
this
shit was
stuff
funny
on
as
yeah,
sketch,
the
yeah.
bootleg stuff.
That turned
on,
into a movie,
TV.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that did.
It was, you know what? I didn't know that then, but the more money was based on what really happened to Damon Wayans because he did steal credit cards.
Back in the day?
Yeah,
Oh, he was like Toby Hicks.
Yeah.
Huh? Or Toby did fake checks, huh? Bad checks.
fake checks. What's up, everybody? What should we read to that now?
Toby chicks.
What's up, everybody? We got a couple of commercials here.
Just one. It's
Hims.
3 pages.
HIMS. Hims. A new one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare to sexual wellness for men. Many men hate going to the doctor. Hey, I'm one of them. Especially for more personal issues like hair loss, erectile dysfunction, and I might add ingrown toenail. And, of course, hemorrhoids. And weird stuff coming out of your penis. What if you could get these issues addressed by real doctors, but with no waiting room to never leaving your home?
And
One of
never-
these things, man, I hate when like I go to these places. Like I remember going to take a sexual transmitted disease test, and everybody there looked like people that didn't want nobody to see them either. And it was sad. Those guys there with their ladies holding their hands. Like I guess they must have been praying. I hope I don't got shit. Or he was caught cheating, and they're gonna be see if this fool caught something. It was still sad. Now you can, man. You can go to a doctor, man.
Without going to the doctor. Forhims.com.
Forhims.com can help, Rodrigo.
You heard it, people.
For Hims, get access to real doctors who can give you a survey, look at photo, video chat, more in your online consultations.
Get access to real doctors who can give you a survey, look at photos, video chat, and more in your online consultation.
I'm trying to read this, people. It was written by Dr. Esparza.
I'm sorry, I didn't have time to type it this morning. I had to handwrite it.
It was freestyle.
So read it again.
This is old school, bro. A lot of people don't do. You know what they don't do no more?
Che medico.
Mr. PINetration here, school teacher. They don't teach. My wife was talking about. They don't teach cursive no more.
They don't.
They don't.
Isn't that insane?
It's crazy. Yeah, they don't.
There was like a week of instruction for my son in 3rd grade, and it was toward the end of the school year, and then there was no more. And they never picked it up again in 4th grade, and I was like, you don't know what this says? And it was sad. To this day, he's not very good at it. And he made it up himself, basically, because
You think they're phasing it out because it's all digital now?
everything's on the computer and texting.
crazy, huh?
And
I guess people are gonna learn how to handwrite in prison.
Even it's crazy too. Even like the J, you know, the way we used to write the capital J and then it had the line on top.
Mhm.
They don't use that line on top anymore either. It's just
They've all gone sans serif.
Yeah.
Then, wow.
it's just the J from the top all the way to the bottom.
That's funny because I used to do
Curve
the J like a opposite G. My father would always do the J's like that.
Yeah, it looks like a G too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The main J was no one does this J anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They do it like this, huh?
Yeah.
But that's no. There used to be a T, right?
Well, it depends on how you write it.
Like this.
That's
All
a
right.
T.
Like, we're not even looking at anything.
Joy and toy, you know?
There we go, man.
Hymns.com.
Read that first one again.
Get access to real doctor who can give you a survey, look at photos, video chat, and more in your online consultations. What that means, man, you could do like an online video chat with a doctor, like, hey doctor, look at this, and put the phone right on your balls, and the doctor will go, okay, move to the left. Okay, that right there, sir, it's just a normal pimple. You'll be fine. That's an ingrown hair. Okay, that was just badass, man.
Does this mean you're not going to come show me things? What's this? What I got here anymore?
By the way, man, Lisa, I don't need this doctor, man. I got Lisa.
I'm the ingrown
Lisa
hair
or-
specialist.
Ingrown hair. They can offer real medical solutions and real prescriptions for hair loss, erectile dysfunction, and more. Your own experience starting to lose a little hair? Yeah. I started noticing on other people. No. I started noticing, like, you know, like sometimes, like where I started off, you know, in the beginning, it's like going backwards. It's like going to the back now. That's why I have long hair, man, because I'm going to start covering it up. You know what? I might give it a shot to see if they can help. My listeners get a trial month of everything you need to keep your hair for only $5 today, right now, while supplies last. See the website for all the details. This would cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or the pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/foo. That's FORHIMS.com/foo. Once again, okay, I'm gonna read it again to you guys. You have to notice. Just listen to me. My listeners get a trial months of everything you need. And you know what? I started noticing like my hair thinning out, you know. I could see it. And I started getting these little drops, you know, to make the hair thicker.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much that works. I remember seeing those drops at Jim Popa's house. One time I used this bathroom, bro.
Shut up, dog.
Are we going to cut that or what?
This is not a private consultation. We will not promise to keep your information private, but for hymns will.
Liquid, little bear.
Yeah, for hymns will.
Hey, little hair. What a long route.
So mean.
Oh my god, dude.
What?
Oh no, to me, I don't care. That shit was hilarious, dog.
When
Oh my God, how funny.
Was Jerry always bald? For the
Dude.
voodoo?
We had
In the
Jerry on the
90s
show, though.
Yeah, in the 90s, he used to get his hair cut by Frank's wife. And then Frank called over there, what are you doing? Oh, I'm cutting Jerry's hair. What do you mean you're cutting Jerry's hair? He only has like 3 hairs. But that shit started thinning out in the 90s, dog.
I knew a fool that had gray hair already in high school, bro.
I did too.
Thinking too hard, dog. That's just genetic shit,
That
though.
fool showed up for his own parent conference.
I had somebody I worked with. He was 22, and his whole hair was canas.
Wow.
It was
Pinche
crazy.
It's like
Lobo.
Steve Martin is. Steve
Yeah,
Martin's the same thing.
Brett White.
Brent Weinbach, yeah, he has a lot of gray hair.
Edwin, too.
My youngest brother, has a lot of gray hairs. From 18 years old on, he had gray
So
hair.
when your family have gray hairs?
I don't know.
No?
I never had it. My other brother.
They should
doesn't
call
have
that fool Ric Flair, bro.
Saw a ghost.
This is like, it comes from stress or this and that. But
That can happen too, like
Right.
a lot of stress in one shot. I've heard that happening.
the professor say, I was in Vietnam and I seen people's hair turn gray overnight.
That sounds like some bullshit.
Who did I tell that to? Oh, fool! I told Larry. I told Bubbles Brown that. He's all, sound like he's full of shit.
Oh, man. Speaking of Larry Bubbles Brown, I don't know. We talked about the last time, but one of our drivers when we were leaving Lucky Eagle Casino in Rochester, Washington, he was a Native American, and that guy
Another one.
The guy had blue eyes. First of all,
Oh, he said he was Taino, didn't he? Oh no, he was. This
that's
is
the guy from
different
Colorado.
Oh,
Different guy,
different
man.
guy. Okay,
And
you
he
got a
was
lot of lying drivers.
He was a Native American, right? And he was a member of the tribe. He had an ID and everything, right? He goes.
This fool told me you have to show her thought you're lying.
I don't know what I told him, but he made me show me. He showed me his ID because I didn't believe him. But no one else said anything, right? When we got out, everybody was saying, "Man, I'm more Native American than that guy."
I'm more Native American than that motherfucker.
But I think, don't you have to have a genetic test and tribal, or like previous tribal affiliation with some of your family?
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
you
It's
can't
like
just get a card.
he didn't
like,
show me the card. I would have said I never heard of that tribe.
I never heard of that tribe either, though.
Unless
Yeah,
it's
they're
a
on the
fake card
west
and we just
coast
don't
of
know.
Washington. That's where their tribe's at. It's like,
Yeah, there's
You
a
ever-
lot of tribes up there though.
You ever run into people that tell they're Native and you realize, man, this motherfucker better show me some DNA.
my homie was a
'Cause
squatter.
Lisa told me she was Cherokee.
No, I was always told that. No, seriously, because my
you
history
go.
ends with my grandmother, because she was sold as a child.
So you gotta tell that story, man. Her grandmother was sold for a shotgun, bro.
Yeah, she was sold to a family, and then
And
Chitty bang
and then
bang.
the young boy on that farm became my grandfather.
that was funny.
So he was, I think.
That's sad.
I think he probably molested her or something. He was a few years older, and then they ended up getting married, and they left. She was only 15 or 16 when she married him. And then she popped out 13 kids. Well, actually, it ended up
shot
being
'em up.
9. And 9 kids is what she actually had. A couple died and whatever. So, but yes, that's where my family history ends. But she said that my dad's father was, real biological father, was not my grandfather.
Comanche.
And he was Native American.
Palomaro.
And he was dark. My dad is dark skin, dark hair, big guy. And that, but
Totem pole.
so he said, this is always our story. And we got the genetic test done last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was, and 0 Native. And my dad thought he was not Irish at all because all the family was Irish and they all looked redhead, short, chubby, white, blue eyes, you know. And then we were 49%, right?
Yeah.
Irish. 49% in me. So my dad's got to be a lot more.
I think a lot of people have somebody tells them that we're
Yeah.
Native American. It doesn't
By
go
race.
back.
You hear it a
Yeah,
lot.
come on, man. It's
One
like,
eighth,
you don't really
2/4.
know. I think a lot of people don't really know where they come from.
Like
they
my
can
dad
track
was
their
told
lineage.
he was half, you know, and so I was like, well, maybe I'm a quarter, I guess then. So I had no clue. But yeah.
Have you guys tried that like swab thing?
We
Yeah,
did it,
we all did
I'm
it.
1% Jewish.
He's 39%
Native
Native.
American, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you were roughly, you had some high Native American.
Yeah.
in
What was
blood
it
too.
like?
20
Iberian.
Yeah, Iberian
and then,
Peninsula almost.
I got a Iberian Peninsula
Over
too.
here.
Which is
and then
Portuguese.
1% Jewish.
And like 2% Pacific Islander, I think.
Mahalo.
A little Maori warrior.
Hey, what is you ride whales, huh? That's what the Maoris do?
Yeah.
Yeah, how to do it, bro.
Well riders.
That's what I do, bro.
Brah. Give me a little
That,
glob, brah.
that big old feet over there, huh?
Like pregnant lady feet, huh?
Don't forget.
Dude, that was just fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it was a good time in Hawaii.
Upcoming show this weekend, March 9th through 11th, Phoenix at Stand Up Live. All shows are sold out. All of them, man. What's up with that? Except for Sunday at 7 and 9:30. We just added a second show on Sunday at 9:30. So don't even bother showing up and try to buy tickets. Like, I'm going to save you the drive. Don't drive to Phoenix.
Friday and
Stand Up
Saturday.
Live Friday and Saturday and try to buy tickets because you're going to end up doing something else, like getting drunk outside. All right? But Sunday Sunday right now, you still have a chance to see us at 7 and 9:30. Rodrigo Torres, Felipe Esparza, Toby Hicks, and Johnny Rocket doing the second show of every night. Cleveland, March 15th through the 18th. Now, you can show up to this show, man, in the beginning of the show, and there'll still be tickets left.
Yeah, Cleveland, we
Like
need
if
some
you
help. So
Like if you show up, the show starts at 7. If you show up at 8, man, let me tell you, man, you can still sit in the front. Cleveland, March, Cleveland at Hilarities, okay? If anybody knows anybody who lives within 2 hours of that show, you're welcome to come. You gotta pay a ticket though. March 15th to the 18th. That's the closest I'll be to anywhere in the Midwest. So I would make just a road trip, and I'll guarantee you there'll be a ticket there. And they make awesome pizzas there, by the way.
They do?
It's the only place where you can order a pizza and watch a show. Los Angeles, March 23rd and 24th at the Novo Theater in downtown LA. Tickets are almost sold out. I mean, they're almost sold out.
Yeah, there's like 100 for the first and second shows on Friday. Well, the first two shows on Friday, 100 left each. And then Saturday, a few hundred. They'll go fast.
We just added to the show Jay Lamont. I don't know if you guys ever heard him.
The human beatbox.
The human beatbox. Jay Lamont, east side of the river. Rodrigo Torres, Felipe Esparza. This show will sell out. Look out for it. Also, a big shout out to City Councilman Jose Huizar, who never misses a show at the Novo Theater and have never asked for free tickets or have never asked to come backstage.
He just creeps. He just pops up in the audience. Like,
He just
hey.
creeps in the middle with his wife.
Rochelle.
Shout out to them, to Jose Huizar, City Councilman of my neighborhood. Love you, man. Thank you for everything. Everybody go follow him, man, at Jose Huizar. Jose Huizar.
Actually, he's CMJ Huizar.
He's from your same hometown, huh?
Yeah, he's from Zacatecas.
Puro Zacatecas.
He's actually from Jerez, his family.
He was born there too, right?
Yeah.
He was
Salsa
born there.
Jerez?
Jerez, Zacatecas.
But there's like a salsa named Jerez,
Yeah,
right?
it's Herdes, no?
Herdes,
Yeah,
you're right.
different.
It's all right.
Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, people.
Did you say Austin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Austin, Texas, March 30th at the Paramount Theater. I performed there many, moons ago. I did a big Latino show there with Carlos Oscar, Gabriel Iglesias, this sketch group. I forgot the name of them. Chusma. It was a big show. Big Latino show. And I remember, man, it was fucking hot over there, bro. I never forget how fucking ridiculous hot and how big the roaches were in the hotel room.
Ew, in Austin?
Yeah,
Oh
man,
my
they're big
God.
and they fly, huh, fool? Didn't
don't
one
know.
hit me in the chest one time?
Yeah, dude. It was horrible. If I'm about to skydive off the porch or something, but it was huge.
We were across the street from Spirals with Renee Floyd one time where we got there and we're all puffing and we just
No,
came.
that's Dallas.
Oh, that shit hit me in the chest. I was like, I thought somebody went like this, dude.
Ew.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It was, man. I remember me and Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias, we stood at the dean of the University of Texas, right?
Yeah, at Austin.
Yeah, that guy was a good friend of ours. He let us spend the night in his place where he lives, and it was right on the main street, bro, 5th Street, and right there, bro, right in front of, like, he lived on top of a pizza place, so that's where we got all the roaches, probably. Bro, we were taking turns killing them, all right? Like, every once in a while, one will pop out, and I said, man, I killed the last one. Nah, fool, you're gonna get this one.
These ones were little ones or big ones?
They're big, bro. They were big, dog. Like I don't want to smash them, but I will put them in a cup and then throw that fool out the window, bro.
Alley oop.
A lot of roaches in San Fernando, huh, bro?
Yeah.
And I grew up with roaches, bro. I don't want to see the motherfuckers for the rest of my life. Like, I was telling the last time I saw a roach when I was living with Lisa right here, the manager, the commandant right here, planner.
The planner.
Anyways, a roach fell on top of me, bro, and I was sleeping. I said we're moving. We didn't move for another
Well,
year.
yeah, we had to sleep on the floor pretty much. We were on
Yeah.
a bed that was on the
We
floor.
have broken loft with a cushion on top.
Dude, just 7, 8 years ago, we were
Slumming.
9 years ago, we were sleeping basically on the floor in a one-room apartment.
And Isaac was sleeping on a couch.
And Isaac told his friends out in the courtyard, my bed is the couch. And I was so sad.
I thought it was funny. I don't know why. I
It was funny. He didn't know, but inside I was sad, and I was like, we got to work on moving out of here and growing and building. And we did. But yeah, I can't believe it was.
He was a
9
little
years
kid
ago.
with little legs running out in a diaper.
He didn't have a diaper. He didn't have a diaper on.
It was
like
little,
5.
bro. You should see, man. Like
Like 4.
sometimes, like, I see when I post up Lisa's photo right next to me. People say that white chick only with you for the money, bro.
There was no money for many years.
We still had cable.
Somehow not at that place. We did
Lucas?
not. We didn't have Wi-Fi. We didn't have cable.
Oh, I thought we had cable.
I had to go sit outside Starbucks to use my computer, my laptop to get Wi-Fi. All right, let's wrap it up.
Bro, where can we find these amazing, badass pins, people? And I'm not just saying that because he's here. You see me post these up before. And right now I'm holding the best one right here. And I'm going to frame
Oh, the
these.
peachy
I'm not even
folder
going
one.
to open these. I'm going to put them on a frame. And they'll be my collections, man. I got the peachy folder, bro. Remember, growing up, man, did you ever do art on your peachy
Yeah.
folder? Hell yeah, huh?
Yeah.
These people don't know about that, bro.
I never, I'm the same generation. I never had a peachy folder. Not
you
once.
serious?
Not once. Never
You
saw
gotta-
one in
you-
my life.
That's
in
the only
person.
way I knew 12 times 12
What was it?
144.
Yeah, well, we had like Trapper Keeper folders and stuff, like the little
Need a little cheat
that
sheet
had all
right
that
there
stuff
that
on
little
there.
corner.
Yeah.
That had all that,
Three-ring binder.
but we never had any of that. We never had that.
The guy in the back that was running, you could put a little line in his teeth to make him look like David Letterman.
Hey, how many cholos had these folders, these are peachy folders, but they always fold them up and they put it in their pocket?
Oh yeah, man.
Back pocket.
It's a beanchy folder.
And then they had the little pencil like this big.
Did they give it to you? Did the school system
The
give
school
it to
didn't
you?
give it to
Or
me. I
where
buy
did you
it.
get them? You bought them?
Kmart.
At the school
Really?
store.
Never
Kmart.
saw them.
Kmart had them, and the grocery store had them.
Wow, never
This is
used
a
them.
badass folder, man.
They still have to have them.
Yeah, they do.
They have them. Okay, anyways.
Look,
So
get some.
I will draw like the lady playing tennis. I will do like her fishing, I think.
Oh,
And
you would change them.
yeah, and those guys those guys playing football. I will make like a little quarter that they're finding over a quarter. And the guy running, I'm gonna lie. I will make him the KKK, and then I'll put that guy afro.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
And I forgot what the back would look like right now. Track and field or
That's
something.
cool.
What's up,
So
fool?
what's the website is?
It's PINetration818.com.
Yeah.
And then you guys could pick them up on my Etsy store at PINetration818. The Etsy store is updated a lot more frequently, so everything that drops right away is on the Etsy store, so you can definitely get it there.
How much are the pins?
They range from $6 to $10.
I say 15.
But on
I think they're worth more than that.
yeah, dude, these little pieces of
Have
art.
you
dude.
ever had a store sell them for you?
Yeah, we do have a few stores.
Where at?
You can pick them up at Ochateria.
I heard of them.
Out
Yeah.
there in Paramount, and Espacio 1839.
You should
I think
try,
right there in Boyle Heights.
You should try hitting up Casita del Pueblo. Do you
In
talk to
Whittier.
them in Whittier?
Oh, I haven't talked to them.
Yeah,
yet.
they're good. They
And they support artists and
support
stuff
a
like
lot
that.
of art. They're the one that started selling first the Dodgers shirt with the Vicente Fernandez face.
Oh, I
They
know what you're talking about.
They
Yes.
designed that one. That's
Yeah,
nice.
and I'm pretty sure you can get rid of these for 15 at her store.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually did talk to her. Now
Oh,
that you
okay.
mentioned it. Yeah, because we do the Dia de los Muertos there every
Yeah,
year.
they have that big Dia de los
Yeah.
Muertos thing.
So I've spoken to her before too.
Yeah, she's good.
And you can pick them up at any Latino museum. So the one right here in downtown LA, they sell them there.
Awesome.
They sell them in Austin at the Latino Museum in Austin, Texas,
nice.
and
Oh,
also in
good.
Chicago.
Cool.
I think Austin's the biggest Latino museum in the United States, and they have them there as well.
You guys just did a Joey Diaz one, huh?
No, I didn't do.
Oh, you didn't do that
No,
one? Oh, shit.
one of my buddies did actually.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's good friends with him. Yeah,
Right.
Isn't there a Mexican American museum in Long Beach?
yeah, we
Okay.
sell them there as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Yeah,
We've never been there, but I see the signs. We don't drive down to Long Beach that much, but
yeah, they're on there a lot. I did finally link up with George Lopez. I'm doing a pin for him,
okay.
so it should be dropping I think at the end of this month. Some exciting stuff. I have an event this coming Sunday.
Yeah, mention that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be this Sunday. I'm actually gonna be at Patches and Pin Expo out in Santa Ana.
Patches and Pin Expo. See, that's something me and Lisa would just wanted to go in there
spend all day.
and laugh all day.
Yeah, it's free. So if you guys are out in
Patches
he's gonna
and
be in
Pin
Phoenix,
Convention,
but,
people.
Where at?
this is in Santa Ana. At the this one is at the 4th Street. Yeah, the 4th Street Market. So this Sunday, it's from 12 to 7, and then next week I'll be at Molcajete Dominguero, and that's in downtown right there by Placito Olvera. They do it every month. I'll be there next week, and that one's from 11 to 4. And then I'll be at Chicano Park, the Chicano Park Festival in San Diego next month on the 21st.
That'd be funny if you were to make one of MC Pancho and Chamorita.
Oh yeah.
They should get some made,
They
dog.
should get some made, huh?
Yeah,
You know them?
No.
MC
Ah,
Pancho,
dude.
he's like a legend on this podcast and in life. You know, he's from Harbor City, Harbor Area.
Yeah.
He's like this decorated tattoo artist. And he's another guy, bro. Like, if you were to see him, you'd think this guy's the biggest thug in the whole wide world. And a cholo. He never did drugs either, huh?
I don't think.
I don't think he did. He had family members. And
Yeah,
stuff.
he
His
had
family,
never did
his
drugs.
brother died of
But his
heroin.
whole
though.
face tattooed. And he's had the same job for 30 years as a longshoreman. But he has the biggest collection of Teen Angel magazines.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you heard of Teen Angels.
Yeah.
That was like the Cholo MySpace back in the days.
Yeah, he has all this original prison art, Chicano art all throughout his house. But this is him. Like, he looks like he's a rough guy.
Oh, yeah.
Face has
definitely.
got tribal tattoos and everything, but he's like Chicano.
Make me one of a butterfly.
Oh yeah, he's obsessed with this butterfly.
What?
Go ahead.
What's up, full podcast? Rodrigo, you have shows coming up that was not with us?
The 23rd of this month in Culver City. Get the
23rd.
Yeah.
Aren't you on the show in LA?
Is it the 23rd?
23rd and 24th?
Oh, shit. Well, hang on real quick. Let me see
I
what
guess
the
he's telling us he's not doing it.
No, hang on real quick. 327.
I'll be there on the 23rd. I got my
Yeah, man.
What the fuck was this at? Oh, the 27th. I apologize. And then April 13th in at Sage with Toby Hicks. Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man. What's up for a big shout out to the Yeah Man podcast. Go check out the Yeah Man podcast.
36 episodes.
36th episode.
That's more than we have on Enchilada.
37 drops tonight. So please check that out. Thank you very much.
It's funny, man. I was reading some of the comments that people write in the podcast. A lot of positive stuff. A lot of people, a lot of truck drivers.
They gotta stay
Shout out to the Yo podcast with Martin Moreno and Hooter. And shout out to George Perez stories. George Perez
GPS.
and Side Dig Eddie and the other guy.
Xavier.
And shout out to the homie in Las Vegas podcast.
Freddie.
Freddie Correa came out to the show.
Freddie Correa. Thanks for being a guest.
Yeah, thanks for the
Thanks for
invite.
the invite.
Thanks for the invite. And anyone that wants to do his podcast?
Ed says, she said, Ed says, she says. I don't think they've done it in a while.
And shout out to Michael Capone in Honolulu for hooking up that gig in Honolulu. His whole family. And Mariner from Irie, Hawaii. Mariner, man. That fool hooked it up. Never
Yeah,
forget that.
dude, and Jonah and Jose, man.
Yeah, man. And shout out to the Daniel who showed up, bro, on the podcast listener.
Oh, that's right, dude. Hell yeah, dude. He's showed up that night, dude. He flew in.
Yeah, he's from the Navy.
Yeah, man.
I think, no, he did the Navy. That guy that showed
Yeah.
up and hung out to the
Yeah.
end in Honolulu.
That was Daniel.
Daniel, yeah. He said he spent $80 in fucking at Eagle Rocks Organics.
Yeah, Danny Starwind on
Danny
Instagram.
Starwind, what's up, fool? And shout out to damn, bro,
What's up, fool?
man, in Hilo, bro. Like I grew up in the housing projects, bro. Like you ever run in Pico Aliso, Pico Gardens, Aliso Village? There was a fool there in Hilo, bro, from my neighborhood. Like he grew up in the project I grew up with, and still talks the same way that he like the people in Aliso Village. And he talks like me. He says fool after everything. He goes. Then Jose said, "I have a friend, man. I think he's from your neighborhood, man. He sounds like you, man. This fool's crazy. He always says fool." Then I see him, bro, and it's a fool from, I won't say where he's from, but First Street. But anyway, so, but shout out to him, man. He's over there doing it, man, and changed his life, bro. Like, that guy is somebody that needs to, he needs to be in Hilo for the rest of his life, bro. Too crazy to be in LA anymore.
Dude, I think anybody that goes to Hilo, your life is going to change, dog.
Bro, you fall in love with the place, huh?
Dude, that place was fucking sweet, dude.
I had a dream, bro, that Lisa and I were there, and she tapped me and goes, "Felipe, I want to live here."
Dude, I was chilled the fuck
You go
out.
to a lot
dog.
of places, but you say you don't want to live there, huh?
Yeah, I was chilled the fuck out over there, dude. I was just chill, dude.
I was like, you know what? I'll just get me a job right here, man, holding this pole for the rest of my life. All right, people, we gotta go shout out. Aloha, mahalo to everybody.
Mahala, bro.
Give us some bro.
I got to see you later, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, man.
Take a photo over here. I can
She said yes.
Oh my god, dude, that's.